Yahoo! What is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters? Welcome to the Aquarian Adepts. And I almost didn't make this video, or at least not at this moment. I was going to wait until tonight, but I felt like I would be seriously doing a disservice to not only myself, but to other people, to you all, if I made this video later. And I'm going to do my best to be quick. I guess this is sort of kind of like a daily energy, but it's almost sort of like a PSA. We have a very rare day today, and it may not seem like it on just the first look at the astrological energies of the day, but we have a very rare day today. It's because today we're going to actually be experiencing some transits and some interactions between the celestial bodies that we will not experience again in this way for another 15 years or so. So this is a very interesting time. And the cards that I even drew for today, I'll go ahead and show you guys. I had the Ten of Cups here, and I also drew the Five of Swords as the crossing card. And then the Oracle card we have is First Light, which speaks to beginning a new cycle. Really, what we are at right now, what we're experiencing this week, is one cycle really coming to an end and another cycle beginning. And I think a lot of people within the community, within the astrological community, have been speaking of this or feeling into this. Not even astrological, just the world at large. Anyways, we've been kind of feeling like we're coming to the end of a cycle and beginning anew. But with this Ten of Cups energy, it's saying that we really can be happy. Like we can really be happy, but sometimes we will rob ourselves of our own happiness. Sometimes we will project out into other people and think that they're robbing us of our happiness. It's kind of crazy, actually. If you even look out into the world now, it's like some people literally cannot be happy because another person who they don't even know anything about that person, but is perceivably different, somehow that person is robbing them of their happiness. Somehow the person that is different, and it could be a skin complexion thing, it could be a gender thing, it can be a religious thing, a cultural thing, but for some reason, the person who does not like the person who is different can think that that person who is different is robbing them of their happiness when that person has nothing to do with them. And I think that's what today is about. Today is about realizing that happiness is something that comes from within. That joy is something that comes from within. And the only way that we're going to experience it in the external world is if we experience it on the inside. One of the reasons why you see so much strife between different groups is because they don't want to accept that part of themselves. Because on a deeper subconscious and even hyperconscious level, they understand and realize and overstand and understand that they are that person. They are that other culture. In another life, in another being, they are that, and they are afraid of that aspect, so they lash out, and then they claim that that person is robbing them of their happiness, robbing them of their security and their comfort. And really, it's a issue of insecurity and an issue of not, realizing that that happiness, it does come from within, but these people think that it's not. It doesn't come from within. It comes from an external source. So we really are beginning a new cycle today. Scorpio season is upon us. The sun will be coming into Scorpio next week. But I want you to listen to some. I wrote a lot of these notes down about just today, and like I said, on the external, it seems like this is weird. It seems like it's not necessarily the biggest day. But I really think that this is probably one of the most powerful days of the week and even year because, like I said, some of these transits we're not going to experience again for a while. So let me explain. The moon today is going to be going from 21 degrees of Aquarius to 3 degrees of Pisces, right? As fact, at the time I'm making this right now, the moon is right on the tail end of Aquarius, about to shift into Pisces. So the moon will have squared Jupiter today at 25 degrees, Jupiter which is in Scorpio. It will trine the sun today, which is at 26 degrees of Libra. It will sextile Uranus, retrograde at 0 degrees, which is in Taurus, and it will make a quincunx over to Neptune. Over to the North Node, which is at 2 degrees of Leo. The other major aspect is that we have the planet of the mind and communication Mercury, making some big aspects. It's going to trine Neptune at 14 degrees. And it's also going to square Mars at 14 degrees. Now, initially looking at this, it doesn't really seem like there's not a lot going on. At least if you're into astrology, you might pay attention, of course, to the Mercury square Mars, which is a big deal, mind you. When we're talking about, well, Mercury is Scorpio. So Mercury in Scorpio is really the detective trying to get all the clues, trying to talk to as many people as possible to get to the bottom of what's going on here. And in Mars in Aquarius, it wants to go into the future, it wants to figure things out, it wants to fix everything. So with this Mercury squaring Mars, and Mars likes to be in Scorpio, Mercury would actually like to be in Aquarius too. Mercury would definitely prefer to be Aquarius over, I would say, Scorpio. It kind of depends, actually. But there's definitely going to be this element of we really want to get to the bottom of things so we can fix things. But this is not about fixing. Today is not about fixing things. Today is about acceptance of what has come to pass. And today is about acceptance of what is going to come to be. What is going to become. That's what today is about. Now, like I said, there are some of these aspects that aren't going to happen for a while. Now the moon is in Aquarius, so the moon in Aquarius, it's very much so detached. Arguably the most detached energy that the moon can be in. It's not really emotionally attached to things, but it is tapped into the future, into these future frequencies and timelines. So that's what makes moon in Aquarius people so futuristic and so innovative, because they're able to tap into these different currents and different timelines, because they really are time travelers. So it's going to shift into Pisces, which is going to open up everyone's psychic faculties more. Everyone's going to become more in tune to spirit, more in tune to the flow, more in tune to everyone's emotions and to these sensations. We have this moon square Jupiter. Now Jupiter is in Scorpio. It's been here for a while. It's out of shadow, so now it's moving forwards, coming into Sagittarius very, very soon. And with the moon in Aquarius making the square over to Jupiter, squares are an opportunity for growth because it's a challenge, but also, like I said, an opportunity for us to grow and to expand. And that's exactly what Jupiter is about. Jupiter being in Scorpio is about how can we expand upon these deeper desires and these wants, these deeper treasures that we keep really hidden down. And with the moon in Aquarius, it's looking at this area in a rather detached way. So this square is actually going to be not the hardest square to deal with, because the moon's not going to be super, super attached anyways. And even though Scorpios are very much so attached and stubborn sign, the moon in Aquarius is not going to be as attached. So it's like we're going to be able to actually feel these deeper desires and these wants and really begin to see how we can move forward with them and not get as attached to them, not allow these emotions to really control us completely, so we can get swept away by that current and not really move forward in any type of way. Because, Jupiter is about experience, yes, but sometimes Jupiter will get into experience, or Jupiter will have us get into experiences simply because we want to experience them, but is it necessarily to our greatest benefit? That's the thing that we have to consider. Now, the reason why this is rare is because the next time that this happens, where the moon in Aquarius squares Jupiter in Scorpio, the next time this happens won't be until October 15th of 2029. I ran the math on this yesterday. I was like, this is what I do in my spare time. I look up transits that are rare, or I try to draw connections between transits that could be years apart. The next time that we have a moon in Aquarius squaring Jupiter in Scorpio won't be until 2029. Why? Because by the time that the moon reaches Aquarius again, Jupiter will have shifted into Sagittarius. And Jupiter is a 12 to 13 year cycle. So we're not going to get this energy again. The next time that is going to be exact, and actually will happen, we actually will hit this 25-degree mark of the moon in Aquarius squaring over to Jupiter in Scorpio. We will actually get this again, but this won't happen until February 3rd of 2030. It's 2018. So this is a whole new cycle that is beginning. The other interesting thing about this is that by the time that the moon shifts into Pisces, right? So emotionally, we're going to be reacting more to these sensations that are coming out. We're going to be more sympathetic, empathetic. We're going to be tapping more into these higher vibrational frequencies, everybody on the planet. The moon will quincunx over to the north node at 2 degrees. The next time we get this energy, where we have, in particular, the moon in Pisces making a quincunx over to the north node. The next time we get this, won't be until December 8th of 2035. The next time it hits 2 degrees won't be until May 8th of 2037. So today is a day where we're not going to experience, some of the energies that we get today are rare. We don't experience these energies that often. So I want you to become aware of that and realize that you actually have a very unique opportunity. And what is the moon in Pisces, quincunx the North Node in Leo? The North Node in Leo is wanting us to, of course, pursue that which is in our heart, that which exudes from our heart, from our passion, from that not controlled fire, from that fixed fire. You know, that's what that is. And really going after our heart, really living out our passions or our destiny, living ourselves authentically and unapologetically. And it's hard. It's hard to do that, especially with the Aquarius opposing the South Node in Aquarius, which is us wanting to fit in, right? But the moon, like I said, is going to be making a quincunx. So it's awkward. This is really a test of faith. The moon in Pisces, quincunx, the North Node in Leo. I'm really excited, so that's why I'm talking fast. Is a test of faith. And we're not going to get this particular test of faith with the moon in Pisces, quincunxing the North Node like this. We're not going to get this again until 2035. Like I said, it won't be exact until 2037. Because why? By the time that the moon reaches Pisces again, the North Node will have shifted into Cancer. You see how rare this is? You see how incredible this is? How we actually are able to experience these energies, but how rare they are, and how a lot of people won't experience these energies again, just being real. But this is a rare moment. We are beginning a new cycle, a new 12 to 15 year cycle of your life. You are literally stepping into the new chapter. Mercury squaring over to Mars. The next time that Mercury will be in Scorpio and it will square Mars like this, Mars in Aquarius, the next time this will happen, the closest that we'll get to next time will be December 11th of 2031. In 2033, in February 1st and February 2nd, the signs are going to be flipped. So Mars will be in Scorpio and Mercury will be in Aquarius. So they'll be flipped, but they'll be squaring each other. The next time that this square will be exact will be on October 27th of 2033. And Mercury is a fast-moving planet. Mars is a relatively fast-moving planet. But for them to meet up exactly in this way, it's not going to happen again until 2033. October 27th. That's 15 years from now. We are beginning a new cycle. We are really beginning a new cycle where it's not really about trying to figure everything out. It's not about trying to figure everything out or trying to save everybody or come up with the solution that ends all of human suffering. I think that's what we want, and that's what we're trying to do, is trying to find the solution to end all of human suffering. But I think what Spirit is wanting us to focus on is how to end our own suffering. And it's by ending our own suffering that we will begin to express this in the external world. Of course, I don't even really believe that suffering is inherently bad. I don't. I think it's a form of a ring. That's why a ring appears at the end of suffer. I think the reason why there's an asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter is because the asteroid belt is like a black belt. And the black belt kind of signifies our progression in our consciousness and how we grow and become stronger. So I think we have suffered long enough as far as trying to be that one person to save everything, or to be the hero, or to have all the answers, or to be the ultimate teacher, to be the ultimate spiritual guru. Today is a day about embracing who you are, letting go of what was, being okay with what was, and being okay with what is right now. Beginning a new cycle. And you have the choice to be happy. You actually can choose to resonate in uncomplicated joy. But what do? We complicate things so damn much. We complicate things so damn much. I just wanted to share that with you guys. the fact that we have some transits today that won't happen again until 2029, 2030, 2031, 2033. That 4 to 5 year period. A lot of these transits that we're experiencing right now won't happen again until then. So utilize this moment. I'm sure I could go to like every single day and find something rare about it, because every day is rare. Every day is a rare gift. It's a miracle. And it's up to you to choose what you do with that miracle. It's up to you to choose. That is it for your reading today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below too. theAquarianAdepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often.